Okay, we know that this one is in standard form. Our A value is 3, our B value is -12, and our C value is 5. Because the A value is positive, it's opening up. Let's find our axis of symmetry. That's going to be x equals -b over 2a, which is going to be negative of -12 over 2 times 3, and that means 12 divided by 6, which equals 2. So our axis of symmetry is here at 2. Okay, so if we plug that back in to find our vertex point, we'll have y equals 3 times 2 squared minus 12 times 2 plus 5. And that's going to be 3 times 4 minus 24 plus 5. That's 12 minus 19, which equals -7. So our vertex is at 2, -7. So let's plug that in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's our vertex. It's opening upward. So let's find our y-intercept. That's super easy to find because the y-intercept in this case is the c value. That's at 5. So I can go up to 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's our y-intercept. And I know that there is a mirror point across equidistant from the axis of symmetry. So there, it goes over 2 to get to the axis of symmetry. So I can go 2 more to find a point right here. Now I can also look at this and try to solve it for the x-intercepts. We can either put that into the quadratic formula, or we can use the box method if it's possible. I can tell you right now that the box method is not possible on this one, so we would have to use the quadratic formula. Remember, the quadratic formula is -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. And we would need to use that to find our two x-intercepts. I'm going to pause the video right now and find the two x-intercepts using this formula, and then we'll finish graphing our parabola. Okay, so this is what we got when we actually put in our a, b, and c into the quadratic formula. We get x value of 3.5 and 0.5. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to our graph here. We have 3.5, which is about right here, and 0.5, which is about right there. So now I can go ahead and graph my parabola with my x-intercepts, my y-intercept, and the rest of my information, my vertex. It would look something like that. Okay? So when we are graphing these things, you're going to always need to find, if you can, the x-intercepts, the y-intercepts, the vertex, the axis of symmetry. And you need to know which way it's opening, up or down. So that ends the 3 examples I have for the quadratic formula.